Still have another probably 2 minutes, maybe a minute, till we get going. So a nice time to roll out your mat if you haven't yet, or grab anything you may want nearby, block or straps or water. And just getting settled in and getting set up. Nice time to just kind of connect in for a second before we really start our practice. And probably another 30 seconds, give or take. And we're going to begin in a seated posture, so that might be kneeling for you, that might be a nice comfortable seat, but still got some time before you find your way there. And we'll go ahead and start finding that seated spot. So again, maybe that's kneeling, maybe there's a block that you're sitting on, a rolled blanket. You could sit cross-legged or one in front of the other. Just finding a comfortable spot where you can ground down a little bit. Lift the heart a bit, align the spine, and take a few moments. Let the hands just rest wherever is comfortable for you. You could close the eyes here or drop the gaze a little bit onto the mat. Really coming into the space. Focus on the here and now. Notice how the body is feeling, where the thoughts are running. Just kind of taking a little inventory of where you're at today. As you draw yourself more present into this moment, start to center the mind. Let go of the day you've had, the things that happened at work or with family or friends. And don't worry about what's coming next, the evening activities, a routine, stuff that's on the to-do for this week. The holidays are a busy time. Take this opportunity to be present. Centered, knowing that you are right where you need to be in this moment. Taking roughly the next hour for yourself. As you center the mind, scan the body. Notice those places where you're feeling vibrant today, and those places in need of a little attention. Start to invite ease into the body. Maybe as you scan, you notice that you're really tense through the shoulders, or you're gripping the toes. Let them soften. Feel the breath move through the body. Nice, steady rhythm. The inhales expanding the ribs. And the exhales helping you dive deeper into that ease. As we take a few more centering breaths here, if you'd like to set an intention for class, just something positive that's speaking to you today, I welcome you to do so. It can be something something as easy as I'm focused or I'm present. One more breath here. Start to open the eyes if they're closed. Bring hands down along our sides. Big inhale as they lift up. Nice exhale as you bring hands to heart center. Take a breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, heart center. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. We'll pause at heart center. Drop the left hand to the mat. Pinky behind the right ear and then reach it up nice and tall. Feel the whole length of the right side of the body and then gently tip over to the left. Keep the hips settled here. Feel the breath helping you create space in the ribs. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the right hand. Take a breath. Right hand will stay on the mat. Draw that long line up the left side of the body. And then gently take it over. Invite that lovely stretch into the left side of the body. Keep a little softness in the elbow and the shoulder. Breath is steady. Inhale back up. Exhale as you lower the left hand. We'll bring the hands in front of us. Elbows go up a little bit here. And we'll start with the left hand over the right. Really, it doesn't matter which way. A nice space between them. We're just going to gently start to rotate the hands around one another, creating little circles to loosen the wrists. There's no right or wrong way to do this. We'll reverse direction. Stay focused on the wrists here. Start to find stillness. We'll release the hands down. You can tip the fingers behind you if you're in a cross-legged position, or you could interlace the hands, draw the knuckles down, and we'll gently press the heart forward, lifting the gaze a bit. Shoulder blades draw together. Feel that openness through the heart. Gently release. We'll take the hands forward, walk them away. If you're seated, that'll just be kind of folding forward. If you're kneeling, you'll come down into a child's pose. Take a breath wherever you are. Only go as far as your body wants, especially if you're in that seated posture. Keep the hips settled. Walk the hands back in, lifting it up, and gently transition over to a tabletop. We'll set the toes up near the back of the mat, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, spread the fingers. Long line through the spine, our nice neutral tabletop. On your next inhale, drop the belly and lift the gaze. Exhale as you round, draw the gaze into the navel. Inhale, drop the belly, shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale as you round, press the earth away. And continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. Mindful of moving with the breath. If the body wants to, maybe you hold somewhere. And then catch the breath on the next round. We'll take one more full round before meeting at our neutral spine. Keep the hips stacked over the heart, or hips stacked over the knees as you start to draw the hands away. Slide them toward the front edge of the mat as you press the heart down, puppy pose. You can stay with the palms touching the mat, or you could come up onto tented fingers. And if either of those is just too much for your shoulders or your back right now, you can come onto forearms, still getting the nice deep stretch through the side body and the front midline. A little ease through the shoulders. One more breath here. Start to slide the hands back in, gently coming up to that tabletop. We'll walk each hand forward a handprint. Start to grip the mat. Curl the toes. Set yourself for your down dog, and when you're ready, gently draw the hips up and back. Nice down dog. Our first down dog, so as always, you can explore it a bit. Kind of connecting with the body, seeing how you're feeling here today. It's a good opportunity to check in. And then find a little stillness. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale as you gently walk the feet forward. Come into your forward fold. Let the head hang nice and heavy. Shake the head a little, yes and no, loosening the neck. Find stillness. Take a generous bend at the knees, belly to thighs, and roll it up. Coming up to our standing posture, nice Tadasana. We'll sit the feet about hip width distance apart. A good double check is 2 fists between the feet, roughly hip width distance. Stack head over heart. Take a breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Start to engage the core as you draw up to half lift, that lovely 7 shape. Exhale as you release. Lower the hips, belly to thighs, roll it up. Take a breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Long spine all the way down as best you can. Keep that length in the spine as you draw up to half lift. Take a moment here, draw the shoulders away from the ears, hands to shins or thighs. When you're ready, exhale it down. Little bend at the knees, and we'll roll it up. Keep the feet planted where they are as you draw the arms up parallel to the earth. Palms down. Start to find a non-moving focal point in front of you, your drishti. Something to focus on as we challenge our balance with our awkward series. Sit the hips back. Find that chair pose. The weight is mostly in the heels here. Feel the strength of the thighs. Draw the tailbone down. Lift it up. Keep the arms where they're at as you come onto the balls of the feet. Heels are nice and high. You can drop one anytime you need. Keep the core nice and engaged. Heels are high as you sit back and find that bar stool. Building strength through all of those supporting muscles in our feet and our ankles and our legs. Building balance with both feet on the earth. See if you can keep the heels high as you rise up and then lower everything down. We'll turn the toes in for the third and final part of our awkward series. It's a toe stand. So as you turn the feet in, the toes may or may not touch. Every body is a little different. And as we lower down, if your hips or knees or ankles or feet say, I'm good here, just stop and know that there's places to journey in the future. Maybe today's not the day. So we'll reset the arms, keep the back nice and straight, head over heart as you slide down. Legs will come together, press them together, use that strength to balance. And the lower you go, the heels will want to rise. Let them do that as you come onto the balls of the feet, gripping the mat with the toes. Breath is steady. Use that focal point. We'll start to engage the whole body again. Keep the heels high as you rise up and then release. Nice work. We'll shake it out as we prepare for our next balanced pose today. We'll do a tree. So we set the left foot down. Really feel out that foundation. I like to roll the toes a little bit. Just a nice reminder to be grounded. And then strengthen up through the supporting leg. A nice strong trunk for our tree. You can start with hands at hips, heart center, or any variation thereof. We'll come onto the ball of the right foot. Start to open the knee. And maybe you stay right here. This can be your tree today. Or you could gently lift the right foot, planting the sole of the right foot on the left leg. The calf or the thigh, avoid the knee directly. You can tap a toe down anytime you need. Return to that drishti. Supporting leg is strong. Branches can grow however you like. All good trees sway a little, so if you do too, that's all right. Keep the heart lifted. 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, lower the branches, turn the knee forward, release the right foot down. Shake out that standing leg. Give the body a little wiggle. And then gently reset. I like to start with my feet relatively close together, though not touching. And root down into the standing foot. Build strength up the supporting leg. Little softness stays in the knee. We don't want to lock it out. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Open that knee. And every hip is going to be a little different. So yours might open really wide on one side, but not so much on the other. That's all right. Find what works for your body. And start to grow your tree. Lifting that root. Draw that energy all the way up through the body. Core stays engaged here. Supporting leg is strong. Long line as you grow your branches. Find that non-moving focal point. Check in with the breath. Stay rooted down as you rise up in this posture. 2 more breaths here. Start to lower your branches. Draw that knee forward. Release it down. Shake out the standing leg. Nice work. We'll come toward the front of the mat and do a few sun A's. So for our first go around, we'll move really slow, taking a few breaths at each stage. And then after that, we'll do it 2 more times to our breath pace. So find your Tadasana toward the front of the mat. And you may start with feet hip width distance apart, or it could be toes together, heels together. Nice strong posture as we inhale the arms up. Exhale to forward fold. Take a breath here. Let the shoulders relax. Start to engage the core as you draw up to half lift. Draw the navel into the spine here. Shoulders draw away from the ears. On an exhale, release back to that forward fold. Start to plant the hands and step the feet back, one and then the other. Setting up in our high plank. You can drop to the knees here if you like. We'll take a breath. Keep the elbows tight to the body as you move through Chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes and inhale up to your cobra. And you could start at baby cobra here if you like. We haven't done a lot of stretches for our back yet today. Gently release. Take a breath. Curl the toes. Press the hips up and back. Down dog. Grip the mat with the hands. Lifting out of the wrist as you gently press the heart back. If the hamstrings are feeling really tight today, that nice generous bend in both knees is always an option. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale as you walk the feet forward. Find your forward fold. Take a breath. Draw up to half lift. Release down. On an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. We'll start to reset. Finding our Tadasana as we do 2 more Sunays to our breath pace. So if mine's a little faster or slower than what you'd like to move at, feel free to be on your own journey for this part. From Tadasana, inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, step it back. Strong plank, lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Press the hips up and back, down dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. On an inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale the feet forward. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands, find your plank. Strong arms as you lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale the feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. So we'll move through part of a Asana again. We'll change it up at our down dog. So find that Tadasana if you've moved away. Recenter. Inhale the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step it back. Lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Root into the left toes as you draw the right foot up. Invite in a little heat to our core as we draw the right knee toward the right elbow, shifting forward to our high plank. Float that right leg. Press it back, 3-legged dog. Draw right knee to left elbow, little twist here. Press it back. Draw the knee toward the nose. Press it back. And as we draw the knee forward, this time plant that foot between the hands, coming into our runner's lunge. So take a moment as you come here. Keep the hip sitting nice and low. Stack the knee over the ankle. And then we'll lower the left knee down. Start to draw it up. You can bring hands to thigh. And you can keep the hips sitting nice and low here. A good stretch through the front of the left hip. Or you could draw it up a little bit. Find what works for you. Gazing forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them to the mat. Lift the left knee. Strong hands as we step the right toes back. Take a moment in plank. Hips go up and back. Down dog. Take a breath. Root into the right toes as you draw the left foot up. Left knee, left elbow, shift it forward. Press it back. Left knee, right elbow. Little twist in our plank. Press it back. Knee to nose. Keep the core nice and strong here. Press it back. And this time as you draw the knee forward, find that runner's lunge. Keep the feet on skis here, nice and stable. Taking a few moments to find your balance. Set your footing. Lower the right knee. You can curl the toe, or leave the toes curled, or you could uncurl them, yogi's choice. Find what feels safest for the right knee on your body. And then gently draw it up. Nice and stable. Breathe into the hips. Feel that stretch down into the leg. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to mat. Lift the right knee. Step the left foot back. High plank for a breath. Shift the hips up and back. Down dog. Take a breath. Lower the knees. Uncurl the toes, hips to heels, child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath here, letting the hips settle toward the heels. Keep the arms extended overhead. Allow the breath to help you create this space through side body. Little compression between belly and thigh. We'll start to walk the hands in as we lift it up. Rise to a nice kneeling posture. Set the knees about hip-width distance apart. Gazing forward. We're going to do our camel one side at a time. If a camel is in your practice already and you feel comfortable, you could just do 2 camels or hold one really long one. So we'll set up curling the feet. That lifts our heels a little higher. Draw the left hand up. Turn the right palm away from the body and start to arch back. See if you can find the right heel with the right hand. As you draw the gaze up, only go as far as your back wants. Keep a little lift in the heart. Sometimes I like to imagine a little string drawing straight up to the ceiling here. With control, start to lift it up. Lower the left hand. Reset reset as needed. Take the right hand up. Flip the left palm. Nice big arch. Left hand finds left heel. And the right arm can kind of journey with you. It doesn't have to go all the way back. That might not feel great on your shoulder. Keep the heart lifted. Follow that lift all the way up. Right arm releases, uncurl the toes, we'll sit it down and swing the legs forward. Both legs reaching out in front of us. Gently curl the toes toward the body ever so slightly. Lengthen the spine as you inhale the arms. Exhale into your Paschimottanasana, our nice seated forward fold. You might hold on to the feet or the ankles, or just settle the hands on the mat here. Work to keep a nice long spine. Try not to round through the low back. That may mean you need a little micro bend at the knees, a nice little gift to the body here if needed. Inhale it up. We'll draw the right foot in. You can plant it inside the extended leg or cross it over if that feels good for you. If you're crossing over, I have a tendency to kind of angle the extended leg ever so slightly. We'll sit up nice and tall as we bring the right hand around behind us. Hug the bent knee with the left arm as you come into your twist. And as you come into your twist, start to soften the hips a little bit. Notice the space created between the belly and the thigh with each exhale. Gently deepening your twist, even if it's only in your mind, as you allow the gaze to journey farther behind you. On an exhale, we'll unwind. Take that little counter stretch if you like to the opposite side. We'll come back to center. Uncross that leg if needed and let the right knee fall open. Sole of the foot connects to the inner thigh. Gently turn the torso over that extended leg and walk the hands away from the body. Coming into your jhanu. The gaze is down at the extended leg, and again you can hold wherever feels right for your body. Focus on the breath. Following it a little deeper into the pose as you allow the top part of the body to melt over the extended leg. Maybe the head bows down toward the knee a bit more, or you soften the shoulders. On an inhale, we'll start to draw it up. Help the right knee up. Extend that leg nice and long. Draw the left heel in. Resetting, keep the sit bones nice and connected to the earth. And find where you'd like to place that left leg. Lengthen the spine. Keep that length as you come into your twist. And if hugging the bent knee doesn't speak to you, you could take elbow to the outside of the knee as well. And the closer this kickstand is on the back side, the easier it is to keep that nice straight spine. Draw the awareness up. Find those opportunities for growth as you explore the posture for your body today. Maybe the eyes journey around. On your next exhale, gently unwind. Little counter stretch if you like. Back to center. Left knee falls open. Right leg reaches in front of us. Melt the body over the right leg. Take your time as you come into the shape. Softening the legs and the hips. Gently scan the extended leg from heel to hip. Build awareness of the body. And if at any point you feel any acute pain, gently back out. Melt it down. On an inhale, lift up. Help the left knee up as you draw the right foot in. We'll set toes together, heels together, and then let the knees fall away from one another, coming into our bound angle. Creating a little diamond shape with the legs. It can be as big or as little as you like today. Sit up nice and tall. And maybe stay right here. Maybe give the legs a little wiggle. If you'd like to journey deeper, lead with the heart as you lean forward. This is a great opportunity to give yourself a little foot rub if you like. That might be a nice gift at the end of the day. We've done a lot of balance work today. And our feet are real workhorses throughout any course of the normal day anyway. So that's a nice chance to kind of give back to them. On an inhale, lift up. Help the knees together as we journey down onto our back. Set the spine nice and long. Draw both knees into the chest, full body hug. You could rest on the spine, nice and still. You could rock a little side to side if that feels good for you. Might feel nice on the low back. If you're rocking, slow it down, coming back to stillness at center. Give the knees a little squeeze and release them up to 90. With the left hand, guide the legs over to the left, shifting the hips as needed to stack right over left as you come into your twists. Legs resting on one another. Gentle turn through the torso as you open the heart to the sky. Hands can rest on the body, or you could extend them to a nice big T. Find a spot where you can settle in. Relaxing the legs. The arms are outstretched, draw them in. Rotate back to center. Reset the legs at nice 90. Right hand takes them over. Reset on the opposite side. The heels can be as close to the body or as far away as you need. Maybe the legs are even almost straight here. Lots of variations in our shapes. Lots of variation in our practices. Each chance a new opportunity to explore for ourselves, to check in with ourselves. Just see how we're doing. Breath is steady here. Find a little ease. Two more breaths. Draw the arms in. Rotate back to center. Set the spine nice and long. Draw knees to chest. Full body hug. Give the knees a squeeze and send the heels high. Little extension of the legs. We'll keep the feet flexed here. Gently lower the left leg to about 45. Bring it back. Right leg to about 45. Bring it back. Lower the left leg a bit. Maybe you journey a little farther down. Lift it up. Keep the navel drawing toward the spine. Right leg lowers. Floating it and then returning once more each side. Lower the left leg, only going as far as your body wants. Keeping it off the mat and then draw it back. Same for the right. Feel the strength of the body here. Fully engaged. Returning with the soles of both feet shining toward the sky. We'll reach the hands up. Draw knees to shoulders and see if you can grab onto the outer blade or the inner arch of both feet. Happy baby. A nice deep hip opener. Keep the head and the shoulders resting on the mat here. The spine nice and long. Sometimes our tendency is to want to kind of ball up here like a little roly-poly. But we're going to see if we can keep the back resting on the mat. One more breath. Gently release your hold. Send the feet up high. We'll bend at the knees as we bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Right foot stays where it is as you slide the left heel away. Right knee falls open. Supine tree. A nice balanced tree posture. Relaxing both legs here as you let the hip open up. Hands can rest on the belly, or the right hand could rest on the inner right thigh, deepening that stretch ever so slightly. Right hand to the outer thigh as you help that knee back up. Slide the left heel in. Right heel goes away. Open the left knee. Supine tree on the opposite side. The sole of the left foot can touch the extended leg, but it doesn't have to. Gently relax the hips and the low back here. Let the legs be still. Focus on the hips. Breath is steady. We'll bring the left hand to the outer thigh and gently help it up. Slide the left heel away. Create a little space between the feet as you gently come into Shavasana. Taking a moment to get out any last wiggles that you need. Finding that comfortable spot for the body on the mat. And that may mean legs extended, but maybe a supine bound angle speaks to you here for Shavasana today. Find your shape and gently settle in. We'll start to soften the gaze or close the eyes. And then we'll move through a little mindfulness practice before inviting in the quiet of Shavasana. So with the eyes closed, we'll start to tap into our heart space, finding that kindness that we hold inside. And when you find it, think of someone you love and send a little kindness their way. Start to expand this as we think of a person who's in our lives, whom we care about, but maybe isn't so immediately connected to us. This could be a coworker or someone in the neighborhood that you wave to every day. And send them a little kindness as well, growing that circle in your reach in the world. Building that feeling inside. And then start to think of someone that you've had a disagreement with, that maybe you've butted heads with recently. Send them kindness too. We all run into struggles. We all have disagreements at times. It makes us no less deserving of kindness. Keep that feeling growing as you look out beyond individuals to your community, whatever that means to you. Offering kindness to all of them. One last expansion as we send out these good vibes to the whole world, hoping to raise the collective kindness, knowing that it exists in each of us, if only we take a moment to tap in and find it, and to actively share it with others, even when it's difficult. begin to melt down, fully settling into your Shavasana. The muscles of the body growing heavier, the toes relaxed, and the feet fall away from one another as the ankles loosen. Feel the weight of the legs on the mat. Settle the hips as you loosen the glutes and the low back. Return to your natural breath pace as you let the belly rise and fall without interference. Maybe the chest sinks a little deeper as the back rests. Hands are soft. Arms are heavy. Feel the shoulders slouch down as you release tension from the neck. Create a little space between the teeth as you unclench the jaw. Unfurrow the brow as you soften the face. Allow yourself to be fully supported here by the earth, peaceful and still. Let the thoughts find stillness as well. As the thoughts bubble up, you can release them just as you did the muscles of the body, one by one. If the mind is really fighting you today, just wanting to journey off, maybe you give it a singular word to focus on. Maybe your intention that you set for class. Maybe you continue that kindness. Settle in. We'll take the next few moments in silence for ourselves. The sound of the drum will invite you to wake up. in the body. Wiggling the toes and the fingers. Stretching out through the limbs. Deepening the breath. Feel the energy running through you. When you're ready, if you like, you can pull both knees into the chest. Maybe you stay right there. Or you could rotate on to a favorite side. Stack the hips. Wherever you're at, take this moment to thank the body for all that it has done for you today and all that it does for you every day. Offer the body support as you start to gently lift up and find a comfortable seated spot. Gently open the eyes, letting the light back in. We'll draw hands together at heart center to seal in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for our yoga practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back on the mat next Monday. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.